Chaos.radio. Music, podcasts, entertainment.
Hello and welcome to the latest edition of NEWSWAVE, written, produced and recorded in the heart of Cornwall by the team here at Chaos Radio. I'm your host Tom Howe, and as ever, I'll be guiding you through some of the insightful guests and exciting news content that we've enjoyed across Chaos Radio this past week. Now on today's show, we're joined by Marc from the Brend Collection to talk about their upcoming charity Coast Path Challenge between the Carlyon Bay Hotel and the Royal Duchy Hotel in support of Children's Hospice South West. We take a trip to Truro Cathedral to meet local artist Cathy Davies and learn about an exhibition showcasing artwork by young artists, all inspired by Cornwall's natural beauty. We visit a Collective Café with the Cornwall Hospitality Collective, discovering a project helping young people build confidence and skills through real-world cafe experience. Tamsin Chapman-Gunner joins us from Gunners Kids CIC to discuss a new funded support group for teenagers affected by terminal illness. And we check back in with producer Leanne Escorza about the Cornish language short film Ladron ahead of its world premiere and festival nomination.
NEWSWAVE.
Okay, two of Cornwall's best-known hotels are going head-to-head for a great cause. The Carlyon Bay Hotel and the Royal Duchy Hotel, both part of the Brend Collection, will be racing along the Southwest Coast Path in support of Children's Hospice South West, an organisation that helps make the most of short and precious lives across the region. It'll be a real test of endurance, teamwork and determination, with each team aiming to reach the other's hotel before their rivals, all while raising as much money as possible. Our man Ross Lannon was joined by Marc from the Brend Collection to tell us more about it.
NEWSWAVE.
Marc, you look like you could go on an 8-hour walk.
No, but I don't look like I could go on an 8-hour walk. That's. I'm there for the entertainment factor.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Are you the comedy and the personality behind?
100%. I'm there for morale.
I love it. Amazing. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the teams. Let's set the boundaries. So you're representing Team Duchy in Falmouth.
So down at the Falmouth in the Royal Duchy, there's myself and James. James is our head concierge, and he's very, very well known in the area.
Okay.
Very well respected man. And between the two of us, we are holding up Team Duchy.
Team Duchy. Okay, and what's your role within Team Duchy on a average day at work?
So I'm the senior assistant manager for the Royal Duchy.
Okay.
So I pretty much turn my hand to everything and anything that needs doing on a daily basis.
That makes sense why you're doing this now.
Say no to nothing.
So you do a bit of everything,
That's
basically.
It. Exactly.
Okay, and you're going up head to head against the Carlyon Bay.
That's it.
So tell me a little bit about the competition. Okay. This is your chance. You're here on your own today, so you can trash talk as much as you like.
Okay, so we're up against Sean and Holly from the Carlyon Bay. So Holly is the deputy hotel manager, and then Sean is their head concierge. So we're sort of syncing roles opposite each other.
Nice. Okay.
So Holly, I'm told, is extremely competitive, which, although I'm here for the entertainment factor, I can promise you my competitive edge will come out on the day.
Well, this is what I'm going to ask.
100%.
I want to know how competitive you guys really are, because you are obviously opposite hotels, but you are under the same umbrella of the Brend Collective. So people do like to say you're kind of sister hotels.
They do.
Essentially. But, do you guys hang out at the Christmas parties, or is there
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When it comes to this, it's dog eat dog.
Okay.
We're against each other. Rivals.
I love it. So talk me through the idea. When did it all come about? Who's the brains behind all of this?
Okay, so back at the start of the year, the Brend Collection, which is the company we work for, they partnered with Children's Hospice South West. And decided that they were going to pledge to raise as much money through the hotels, restaurants and spas throughout the year to raise as much money for the hospices. So each hotel is coming up with different challenges, and it got put to me about 6 weeks ago. Marc, how do you fancy doing this? I didn't really have a chance to answer, and now we're 2 weeks away. My walking boots are well walked in. We're ready. So yeah, we're just we're having a go. We'll see what happens. Also later in the year, September the 5th, I'm also doing a skydive for the same cause.
Oh, wow.
So, there's a lot coming up in the year. This is my 40th this year. So I'd kind of told myself that I was going to do something this year to challenge myself, push myself out my comfort zone. And now it's double.
All right, that's just a friendly way of saying midlife crisis.
100%. And you're not the first person to say that.
I love it. I do. So you said the walking boots out already. I'm just imagining you in your lunch break walking around the car park of the Royal Duchy now. Are you doing much practicing? What's the training been like?
We don't have lunch breaks. In hospitality, it is constant.
Okay.
It's never ending. We keep going. But being on the job, you're constantly on your feet. So we get a lot of steps in a day. I've also got 2 dogs. I've got 2 children. So I'm very busy.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I getting 8 hours worth of walking in a day? Absolutely not. No, this is going to be a challenge.
This is going to be a shock to the system.
Big time.
And the feet. Have you got your plasters ready?
First aid kit is packed.
Okay, so let's break it down. Let's talk the rules of the day then.
Yeah.
How does it work? So explain it to us all.
Okay, so 8 o'clock in the morning, we're setting off. Myself and James will be setting off from the Duchy's main entrance, and Holly and Sean will be setting off from the Carlyon Bay's main entrance. We've then got exactly the same route to get to the opposite hotel. That covers main roads, Cornish coastal path, and water.
Right.
I say water, there's no swimming. I'm on a ferry for half an hour. It's all good. So we'll be, myself and James, for instance, we'll be making our way around Falmouth Headland, down over Falmouth Docks, into the town, onto a ferry across to St Mawes. James will leave me at the ferry. I'll then take over solo. I'll be doing about 15 miles on my own where I'll meet James. James will then take over. He'll do a stretch on his own.
Okay.
And then we'll meet up again, probably around Charlestown Harbour, and we'll finish the last mile or so to the Carlyon Bay along the coast path. And Holly and Sean are doing the exact same in reverse.
Right, so at some point throughout the route, your paths are going to cross.
We will cross paths.
Interesting. Okay, so there might be a few shoves into the river, a few stick the foot out, trip over your shoelace moments.
If it's myself and Holly that meet, anything could happen.
Okay. In your head, you've planned out your route, obviously.
Yeah, the route's planned.
Have you got like a moment where you're thinking, right, I reckon we're probably going to pass about, like, where do you think the halfway mark is? Because then that might give you an idea of who's ahead.
Yeah, so mileage-wise, we're looking at Tregony. However, there's factors that come into this. One is that the ferry could throw it half an hour or so here or there.
What if it's not running on that day? You are in trouble.
If it's not running, we'll think on our feet. When you're in hospitality, you have to learn to think on your feet and adapt. So we'll be ready. We'll have a plan B lined up.
You've got your trunks in your bag just in case.
No. That I can assure you that's plan D or E.
Right.
I think. Obviously, with coastal path, with main roads, it's not a flat, straight road. Anything could happen. It could be uphill one way, downhill the other. So who knows where we're going to come across each other. I don't think we can read too much into that.
Okay, so talk me through the no-goes, because obviously the ferry's been allowed for you both to kind of cross the path, but I'm assuming no other transport. You can't just hop in a taxi.
Absolutely not.
You can't hitch a ride with a random...
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
It is purely on foot apart from the ferry between Falmouth and St Mawes.
Right.
So there, and we have got a strict route that we have been told that we both have to stick to. It's totally on foot, and we're being tracked for the whole time by staff and management and the area director.
I was going to say, do you have like a team that are following you? I imagine, like the marathon when you've got people stood at the side of the road handing out bottles of water and biscuits.
Yeah.
Have you got...
So we'll have a couple of support cars going alongside, meeting at certain points with, as you say, water and maybe a sandwich. You suggested plenty of pasty stops.
Yeah.
I'm currently on a very strict diet planning for this. I'm no athlete, but if I can get half a stone off, I'll be happy. We'll take that. So, we will have support cars from both teams going alongside, meeting us at certain points.
Okay, well, he wasn't lying. He's taking it seriously, guys.
Absolutely.
He really is.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about the weather, because Cornish weather, incredibly unpredictable. Again, that's going to be a factor that you're going to have to take into account on the day, because rain or shine, it's going to be going ahead, I'm assuming.
It is. 100%. Wind, rain, storm, whatever happens, we're doing it on that day. It may throw up an anomaly with regards to the ferry, but we'll deal with that as it comes. But our feet will still be walking that day. At this point, we can make it slightly serious in the fact that if we have to go through 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours worth of rain and wind, that's where mentally we're going to have to program into what we're doing it for. Just driving here today, I drove along some of the route I'm going to be walking.
Right.
And it was actually quite surreal to think in a couple of weeks I'm going to be doing that and seeing the cars absolutely flying past. Open my eyes a little bit to the whole situation of the reality of it.
Yeah, it's probably going to make you more aware and notice certain paths, and like from an accessibility point of view as well. You're like, oh, I never really noticed that pavement before, or you're going to be looking at things completely different now.
And you realise how long a road actually is.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what are you most excited? What's the most exciting part of this challenge for you?
Do you know what? I'm actually really excited about the physicality of doing it, not just finishing it. It's actually getting your head down and seeing what I'm capable of. I like to think mentally I'm quite a strong person, but I've never really set myself to a challenge to test that.
Yeah.
So I'm quite curious to see what I've got in the tank, shall we say.
Yeah, and are you a fan of the TV show Race Across the World? Like, have you taken inspiration from this?
I've watched a couple of them, but when they've got a few £100 in their hands to jump on a car or a train or whatever, let's not go down that route.
Yeah, true.
But they've got it easy.
Okay.
Crossing Brazil.
Yeah. Well, we've had a question come in from one of our listeners. Abby says, are there going to be checkpoints throughout the route?
So there's going to be points where our social media teams and support cars are going to be meeting up with us along the way. There's not necessarily checkpoints. As I say, we're thinking of Tregony as a middle point to cross over. Yep. So that's the one that we're going to be aiming for. That's going to give us some idea of how we're doing physically and on the clock. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, whoever gets on that ferry first is having a huge advantage, basically, because obviously it runs 20 minutes from both sides, doesn't it? So if you're on that ferry knowing that they haven't caught it yet...
Well, the thing is, I'll be on the ferry within half an hour of starting the race.
Oh, right.
So I'll be walking for half an hour and then getting the ferry across, and then we've got the long slog there.
Got ya.
Whereas Sean and Holly will have the ferry about half an hour from the finish.
Right.
So it's very different scenarios for the pair of us.
Ah, okay. The competitiveness, it's still coming out. We love it. We love it. So let's talk about the main reason why you're doing this. This all comes down to fundraising, and you guys have your chosen charity, the Children's Hospice Southwest. Tell us a little bit about what the charity means to you guys at your work and why they were chosen.
Okay, so the Brend Collection is a collection of hotels, restaurants and spas offering high-quality hospitality in the Southwest. That sounds like I'm advertising, but it's not. What I'm saying is the Children's Hospice Southwest have got 3 hospices, one in Cornwall, one in North Devon and one in Somerset. So we're hoping that over the stretch of our company, we can stretch that support financially across those 3 hospices. These are not your normal hospices, unlike an adult's hospice that focuses on palliative care and end-of-life care. These hospices, they're incredible places that they support and treat children and their families and their siblings from almost birth right up until their late teens. I'm coming at this, doing this challenge from the point of view of a parent. I've got 2 children, and I'm absolutely blessed to say they've ridden through their life pretty damn healthy. Yeah. I can only imagine what these parents are going through, what these families are dealing with on a daily basis. It's a living hell for them, and if we can take one day out of our working schedule or our life to try and do something to raise money to help these hospices that are totally funding based. I think they get a small amount from the government, but other than that, it's generally self-funded. And I know Little Harbour, which is Cornwall's hospice, that costs, I think, £4.3 million a year to keep running. Now, we're not going to raise anywhere near that. Of course we're not. But if we can do that in one day and raise awareness throughout that, it can only be a positive thing. Across all of our hotels and restaurants and spas through the collection, who knows what we can achieve and raise.
Exactly. They are, like you said, an incredible cause, and that's going to be your motivation, your inspiration. You know, you'll hit a wall at some point during this challenge, but I guess if you just remind yourself why you're doing this, that's going to give you that push.
100%. My children have always been a factor for me through life to be strong and keep going in many different ways. So they'll certainly be with me on the day in spirit. They'll be at school, I imagine.
Oh, they're going to be laughing there.
Yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. And what more can I ask for?
Yeah. Have you booked the day off after?
No.
Are you mad?
No, I can only speak for myself and James. We're both in work the next day.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a 10-hour shift. James has got a 10-hour day. So,
wow.
Yeah, we carry on. Look, you've got to put this into perspective. What we're doing is nothing compared to what these families are going through.
Very true.
There's perspective to this. Yes, I'll be aching, and yes, I'll be moaning. But
it's worth it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, let's talk finances now, because you originally set a £1,000 target.
Yeah, that was just kind of a base goal to start off with.
But you smashed it already.
Yeah, we smashed that within a couple of days.
So this is great. So this does not mean that the fundraising stops. There is a massive push because bigger and better.
100%. Yeah, so we've now got 2 weeks left. We've been raising for the last couple of weeks. Yeah. So I think we're just over £1,500 at the moment, but I know we can do a lot more than that. Both hotels have got massive client bases, and we're in touch with a lot of people locally. So I'm really pleading with people, please, £1, 50p, £10, £100, whatever you can afford, please do donate to us. This isn't about the competition between the hotels. This is about so much bigger than that.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll be competitive. We'll be gladiatorial on the day, but it means nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, so we've got comments coming in. We've got a comment here on our live stream.
Okay.
People saying, I want to get involved. How do I pledge? So most importantly, how do people get involved?
Okay, so we've got a Just Giving page. We've got a QR code that's around the hotels. But also if you go into your search engines, just search Brend Race Across Cornwall. That's Brend, BREND, Race Across Cornwall. And it will come straight up. Go straight in and donate whatever you can, please.
Amazing. And for those that aren't able to donate financially, bit of encouragement, bit of support,
Absolutely.
Even just sharing it online, it all helps.
Absolutely. Go onto our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, go onto our website. Please do share it as much as you can, or even on the day. Turn up, be at the start line, be at the finish line, wherever you want to be, wherever's easiest for you to get to. Just come, give us a clap, give us a wave, whatever it takes. And whatever you can do, please do.
Amazing. And how are you planning to kind of celebrate that end line? Are you and the other team, because obviously you'll be at opposite hotels again, are you meeting up after for a drink, or what's the plan?
So I think we're both going to have kind of a little bit of an arrival party at each hotel. So Holly and Sean will celebrate our hotel, the Duchy, and I gather we'll be welcomed at the Carlyon Bay, where they'll have some drinks ready for us. And we'll have a drink and maybe a bath.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of food. And then we'll make our way back for work.
Oh, dear. Well, Marc, this is all sounding way too friendly for my liking. So final question. This is your opportunity to send a message to your opposing team. This is an opportunity for you to trash talk. What message do you want to send out to your opponents?
Okay, Holly and Sean. Now, the Carlyon Bay, it may be bigger, but it ain't better. You might have the golf club. You might have the facilities that we don't have down at the Duchy. But what we've got is mental strength. What we've got is power, character. You're not going to beat us.
Oh,
I can absolutely promise you that.
It's fighting talk. There 100%. We go. The war is on. Guys, so this is a little reminder. This is taking place on Thursday, the 4th of June. And this is going to be great. If you're out and about in the area, if you see these guys, are you going to be kind of branded? So people, when you're out and about, have you got kind of...
Yeah, so we're working closely with Children's Hospice Southwest. They're supplying us with some banners and some T-shirts and some flags. And you'll see us.
Yeah, so if you see them, stop, say hello.
Give us a honk,
give us a wave. Horn, yeah.
Absolutely.
Brilliant stuff. Well, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
It's going to be great. Give us a final plug. How can people support? How can they get involved?
Okay, so Brend Race Across Cornwall. Search it in your search engines. Go to all of our social media pages, through the Duchy, through the Carlyon Bay, through Brend Collection itself. Please donate as much as you possibly can. Come and see us at the hotel. Even if you don't want to do anything online, if you've got a £5 note in your hand or a £1 coin, come and see us in the hotel. We'll take it off you. We've got all the buckets on our desks, on our reception desks. Come and see us. We'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
NEWSWAVE.
Right, artists from as young as 7 years old are being celebrated in an exhibition at the Truro Cathedral this month, with paintings on display inspired by the natural beauty of Cornwall. These talented young people are part of the Cathy Davies Art School, which is run by professional artist and friend of Chaos, Cathy Davies, from her studio in Nampian. Our reporter Mia Howlett went along to the first night of the showcase to speak with Cathy, her students, and some very proud parents.
NEWSWAVE.
Welcome, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, to coming to celebrate these young, unbelievable artists that attend my art school. Please look at their art and just drink in all that amazing talent.
Sophia, talk me through your wonderful painting.
My painting's of St Ives Harbour, and it's got loads of little boats on the harbour and all the houses in the background with the church on the hill.
It's so beautiful, Sophia. How are you feeling seeing your lovely painting at this exhibition?
I'm a bit shocked because I never thought I'd have my painting here in a massive cathedral.
I'm Lily and we're in Truro Cathedral. I've been at Cathy's art school 3 years this October.
What have you learnt along the way?
I've learnt that mistakes, you can easily fix them, and that art isn't perfect.
Yours looks pretty perfect to me.
Thank you.
And I'm here with Lily's mum. You must be so proud looking at what Lily's created.
Yeah, incredibly proud. She's come a long way. She's always enjoyed drawing and art and things, so enrolling her in Cathy's school was the right thing to do. Yeah, super proud.
And we're here in an incredible venue for this exhibition. What does it feel like to see Lily and everyone's work at this exhibition?
It's super heartwarming. It's nice to see all the children come together and all the families and celebrate each other, and I think that's super important, to inspire each other.
How are you feeling seeing your beautiful painting in a venue like this?
Really excited. I've never seen my painting on a canvas, but anywhere like this.
And if there was anyone out there, Kaya, who was maybe feeling a bit nervous or they thought their art wasn't very good, what would you say to them?
Go for it. Just be confident. Don't care what other people think. Just do what you want to do.
How do you feel seeing your child's piece part of this exhibition?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. She's been with Cathy's art school for the past 2 years, and Cathy's inspirational. She gives the kids confidence in their ability and new skills. We couldn't ask for anything more. I'm very proud of Kaya. She's taken on this board and just rolled with it and showed all the skills within this piece of artwork.
My name is Siti. I'm painting a field of puppies. So they are red, anything, they are so beautiful.
And why did you want to paint this?
Because I like them.
And being here tonight, Edie, how are you feeling seeing all of your friends' paintings and yours here at the exhibition?
I'm feeling happy because I did a great thing. I am excited and proud of myself.
I am stood next to your paintings and they are beautiful. Can you talk me through yours, Mia?
It is a picture of a seagull with the beach in the background, and he stood in a grassy kind of flowery place. I really enjoyed the flowers, and I really enjoyed painting the seagull and trying to get all the details of the feathers.
And Mooney, tell me about your painting. What is it?
It's a seal in an ocean in the background. He's swimming.
And Mia, tell me about the sessions with Cathy. Why do you enjoy them?
I enjoy them because they just make me feel so happy and alive. I found my place in life where every Thursday I go and I can enjoy myself and paint, and there's no worries, and Cathy is just so lovely, and all the students as well are so lovely, and it's just amazing to be there.
And how does it feel to see your painting at Truro Cathedral tonight?
It feels amazing. I feel very accomplished, and it's just something of my dreams. It's so lovely to be here.
If there was a young person out there and they wanted to start art, but maybe they were a bit nervous, what would you say to them?
That they can do it. Every child is an artist.
My name's Cathy Davies and I'm a professional artist, and we are at Truro Cathedral celebrating the children's art exhibition for the children that I teach at Nampi in my little art school.
It is incredible here. I am blown away by the artwork that these young people have made. It's their first public exhibition. Tell me about the journey of how you all got here.
So it's 5 weeks in the making. They had to choose their favourite image of Cornwall, and their first time they've ever painted on canvas, and they have absolutely nailed it.
You also have a painting in the exhibition. You've created the piece The Finn Cross. Why did you choose to capture this, and what does it represent?
I came in here to get some inspiration about 6 weeks ago, and I was looking around, and at the back of the cathedral there's a sculpture called the Finn Cross, and I was reading into who the sculptor was, and he was called Michael Finn, and he was a pilot in the RAF, and then was a lecturer at Falmouth School of Art. And it resonated with me because I was an air stewardess for 10 years, and so knew the skies well, like him, and that he went into teaching, and so did I, and that his unbelievable sculpture oozes out all sorts of spiritual beauty in this amazing place. And I just sat with it and I thought, this is what I have to do. So I had a call into it, really, like a feeling, a spiritual feeling to paint it. So the children were part of that stage. Every time I painted, I show them this is, and my first day, which not many people know about, is that when I first started painting the underpainting, I painted it by candlelight, because I wanted to give a kind of feel and the colours of a Rembrandt painting, to give it authenticity and a kind of a gothic feel, but a meditation state of it all as well. And I hope I captured that. Just this whole journey has been incredible, and we'll be continuing to raise money for the art school because we don't get any funding. You know, we're not a charity. I'm here to support and make youngsters' dreams come true in the art world.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because this art school means the world to me, and your children are the most talented people I've ever met. Thank you.
NEWSWAVE.
Right, you're listening to NEWSWAVE here on Chaos Radio with me, Tom Howe. A project in Cornwall is helping young people build confidence, skills, and a stronger sense of belonging through something as simple as a cafe setting. The Collective Café is run by the Cornwall Hospitality Collective, and this latest programme is the 6th of its kind. So far, it's supported 40 students from 9 local secondary schools, with some impressive results. 37 have gone on to choose GCSE food and catering, and among students previously at risk of exclusion, only 1 has since been permanently excluded.
NEWSWAVE.
So my name's Marc. I'm a co-founder and director of Cornwall Hospitality Collective. I also work for Truro and Penwith College, looking after hospitality apprenticeships. Today we are at the beautiful Seascape Hotel, which is part of the Watergate Bay Group, and we're in Tallow Restaurant, who very kindly turned over their restaurant to us. So we specialise in taking young children from various schools. This time it's the turn of Treviglas. We've got 8 fabulous young people here. And they've been learning over the past 4 weeks how to run a cafe. And it's about learning how to run a cafe, but it's more about the transferable skills. So learning about customer service, teamwork, building up their confidence. Most of these pupils are probably at risk of maybe being excluded or suspended, but we're trying to inspire them, show them that actually they've got skills, and they've blown us away. They've been absolutely fantastic.
And this isn't a one-off thing, is it? This has been a commitment across Cornwall with different cafes, different locations, different schools as well. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. So so far we've reached 54 pupils. We do 8 at a time. We've been all the way down to Penzance. We've done Truro, Newquay. We're trying to roll this out to as many schools as we possibly can and reach as many pupils as we possibly can. So what roles are we talking about these students filling? It has been a bit of everything, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely. So over the 4 weeks, they all do every role. So they will make a savoury dish, so something like a salad or pizzas that we're doing today. They will all make desserts. So we're doing eat and mess and tiramisu today as well, keeping with the sort of Italian theme. And they've all learned how to use an espresso machine. So they're all making barista coffees. But not only that, they've done marketing, they've done design, so they've designed their menus, they've done food safety, health and safety, and a leadership class as well. And then they've split off today for their roles. So we've got 3 in the kitchen making the pizzas, we've got 2 on desserts, 2 on the coffee machine, and then 1 on front of house taking orders. So it's a bit of everything.
It's remarkable. And then it culminates in this day where they're able to invite family, friends, members of the media as well, and different organisations who can come and enjoy this. And I must say, we've been absolutely bowled over and wowed by the level of service as well. You wouldn't picture the challenges that some of these young people are facing when you realise how outwardly they're projecting themselves. They've got so much potential, haven't they?
They have. They don't start off like this. So 4 weeks ago, they're usually either very, very shy or they are, let's say, quite vocal, and the vocal thing is a good thing, as long as it's focused, and they become more focused over time, and over the 4 weeks, like I said, they've blown us away, and they always do. I have a passion for taking young children that might be struggling, because that was myself at school, and certainly for many years afterwards. So everybody that's here today working on this project, we've all got a story. There's all reasons why we want to do this. But yeah, just to see like you said, the parents come in, their head teachers come in. And it's brilliant to see their faces light up, because normally when you see the head teacher, it's because it's a bad thing. And today, they're being celebrated, so perfect.
And a shout out to venues just like this here in Newquay that are giving up their time, their space as well, and some of their expertise as well to facilitate amazing events like this.
Oh, it's invaluable. We are a member organisation, and we're lucky to have some of the biggest and best, and also some of the smallest and best. And they wouldn't, they all bend over backwards to help us. It's one big hospitality family.
And just on the Hospitality Collective, where can people find out more information?
If anybody wants to get in touch, please go to the website, cornwallhospitalitycollective.org, and get in touch through there. It'll either be myself or James that come back to you. If you want to sign up as a member, if you're a hospitality business, then brilliant. If you just want to reach out and offer skills and help, and you want to get involved, then yes, again, please do. We've got not only the collective team, but we've got a wider family. So we've got people that do PR for us, we've got people that do HR for us. So yeah, like I said, I think it's such a good thing that and everybody wants to get involved in it.
What have you been up to, and how's it been?
Well, every single Tuesday we've come in and we've cooked something different. We've gone from tiramisus, eating messes, to coffees and lattes, to cooking pizzas. And today we're bringing it all together and opening up, making a menu and serving all the food that we made over the last couple of weeks, and it's serving them to people.
And how has that been? Because that's quite nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Honestly, it's quite stressful. I'm really hot because I made 50 pizzas today.
Goodness. But you've had to make the menu, you've had to do design work, you've had to learn how to make coffees, you've made pizzas, you've done serving, you've taken orders. You guys run your own cafe now. You've absolutely smashed it.
Well, it's been really, really fun. But yeah, we've made the menus, and it has just been fun in general. But today it's just been so stressful, but so fun to make what I've been making over the last couple of weeks.
Was this something you had done before? Do you cook at home, or do you?
I cook at home, but mainly just baking. I don't really end up cooking pizzas, so it's quite new to me, but I'm really enjoying it.
Is this something maybe after this experience you might be looking to go into in the future, or have you got your eyes maybe on something different?
I'm not quite sure. I really enjoy cooking and baking, but I don't know if I want to have it as a skill or just a hobby.
That's interesting. And how about your classmates in there as well, because everyone's had to do a little different thing. We're all out here enjoying this amazing food. What's it like behind the scenes?
Well, honestly, it's quite fun, but it's also so chaotic. Because but everyone's been like working together, and people have been doing desserts and the drinks, and it has just been like really fun, and it's not gone bizarre. Had a couple of pizza melted in the oven, but other than that, we've done really good.
So I'm Grant Goodson. I'm the group chef for the Campbell's Back, which includes the Atlantic and Polza and Talonuki. So the school kids take over the kitchen for the day. They did the first day of us 3 weeks ago, where they learnt the products and how to put out the dishes and how they're supposed to look. And today's the day they come and execute it, and they've done an amazing job. Like I said, it's been really relaxed. Everyone knows what they're doing. There's been a lot of good preparation from Truro College and Marc, which has been amazing. Like I said, we did it last year, so we knew what we're doing, and all the guys knew exactly the dishes they were making, and so it's been really relaxed and chilled and a fun atmosphere. Feedback's been amazing from everybody. Everyone's happy, everyone's smiling, so they're eating pizza by the sea and smiling. I think they're doing a good job. Our ethos is to basically bring on the next generation of chefs and to basically get people interested in food. Like I said, I started off my career at 15 years old. I worked for Jamie Oliver at 15 for 10 years, so I've got a big background in helping the youth of Cornwall basically progress into the catering industry. I think it's rewarding and it's so beneficial for the community and for Cornwall as a whole.
NEWSWAVE.
Okay, Gunners Kids CIC, which provides vital support to families navigating terminal illness, has secured funding from the ASDA Foundation to launch a new support group for teenagers. Co-founder and director Tamsin Chapman-Gunner joined Cheryl Gordon to explain what these sessions will offer young people and the work they do all year round.
NEWSWAVE.
We support families with children when they're affected by the terminal illness of a parent or carer or somebody that's close to them in that family.
What inspired you to set up this new support group specifically for teenagers?
So we've had quite a few referrals in the last few months that have come through from families with older children. And although all of our activities are targeted for the whole family, we do find that teenagers, they want their own space. They want to speak to other teenagers. They want to know that other people are going through similar experiences to them. We came up with the idea of looking at a group specific for that age range. We can also do a few more different activities because they're older children. So we can look at maybe doing baking cookies and things like that. So the venue's got an oven that we can use, and it gives us a bit more flexibility. Also gives the children the opportunity to talk to other children going through the same things as they are.
Can you talk us through what these monthly sessions will involve?
So it's about an hour and a half, third Monday of every month, and it will vary week by week. What we're hoping is once we've got it up and running, that the teenagers themselves will start to shape how the sessions go. But we're looking at something that's very informal. So we'll put something on that they can do. I say whether it's baking, whether it's a craft, or we might be able to get people in to do activities as well. But also we've got breakout spaces so they can go and chat with each other. They can chat with one of the volunteers that are there. But we're aiming at it being a very sort of relaxed social evening for them, and they can take from it what they need to, really.
How will the peer support help them open up and support one another?
With families when they're affected by a terminal illness, regardless of who it is in the family that's ill, there's a lot of things that they can't say to each other, or they don't want to say to each other. They don't want to worry the other person, or they don't want them to know sort of how scared they are because they're worried it'll make things harder. So the kind of idea behind peer support is that they'll be able to talk to other children that are going through the same, that hopefully they'll be, well, I feel like that too. And that sentence is really powerful when somebody says to you, actually, I feel like that, or that's happened to me, or something. It just helps to validate those feelings that you have. I mean, we'll still be there as somebody they can talk to. We'll be there as someone that can signpost. But we're really hoping that the children will come together themselves and be able to just support each other and build friendships around that.
What does the funding and support from ASDA St Austell mean for your organisation?
Well, it's given us the opportunity to set up this one. It's something we've been looking at for a while. We weren't really sure where we were going to place it because our families come from across the county. But having the funding from ASDA St Austell means that we have to remain within the catchment. So that did choose the area for us. And then we had the offer of support from the family hubs as well. So we're going to be at St Dennis Family Hub. It's a lovely little centre. Like I said, it's got the kitchen, it's got a breakout room. We'll have the building for that time. And if it's nice weather, there's an outside space as well. So the funding from ASDA has enabled us to be able to run the whole service for 12 months.
For those listening who might benefit, how can they get involved with these sessions?
So these ones, as I said, third Monday of every month at St Dennis Family Hub, be from 6:30 till 8, and it's a drop-in. Obviously, we need a parent to come along to bring them in, especially if it's a family that we haven't worked with before. But we're doing it on a very relaxed. So any time between that 6:30 and 8, they can drop in. They can stay for the whole session. They can stay for part of the session, whatever works for them, really, as long as there's an adult that's dropping them and collecting them.
For any other connections or support that's maybe needed for children, how can people get in touch with you?
So there's a contact form on our website, so gunnerskids.org, or we've got our Facebook page, LinkedIn and Instagram, and you can contact through there as well. Or if anybody's got pen and paper, my email address is Tamsin, which is TAMSIN, at gunnerskids.org. If there are any families that are looking for support, to just drop us a line. No question is too daft, because I think sometimes people don't get in contact because they think that what they're asking is silly, and nothing is. We're doing an event at the Seal Sanctuary in September, got Lego Robotics in July. There's lots of things that are going on. I think what's always really important is there's two strands to us. So we have the activity days where they can just go and be a family. They don't have to talk about what's happening. They can just literally enjoy the time together. And then we have our outreach service where we can have those conversations. We can be that person that they can talk to. So there's a lot of things that we can offer if anybody needs us.
NEWSWAVE.
Now, you may remember us speaking with the team behind Ladron. That's the Cornish language comedic film noir drama a few months ago as they were casting for the three main characters. Well, fast forward, and the film was shot in Cadgwith Cove and on the Lizard Peninsula and is now gearing up for its world premiere. It's taking place at the Carlyon Bay Film Festival, in which they have also been nominated for Best Celtic Short. And Mia Howlett caught up with producer Leanne Escorza to see how they're feeling.
NEWSWAVE.
I have to say we are so excited. We are super excited. I think for the writer, it's not the first rodeo, but it is definitely for me as a producer, sort of developing something from scratch all the way through up until the end. And definitely also for the director, Indra Sira, who, funnily enough, he's got so much experience. He's worked on features, he's worked on TV series, but he's never actually worked on a short film. He's worked on music videos, but never on a short film. And he loved the premise of the story and the writing so much that he decided that he really wanted to make it happen. But he's never actually attended a festival of this sort, or at least participated or been selected. So we're all over the moon. We're over the moon. And also, we're very happy that it's happening in Wales, which is quite close to the home of our story, in Cornwall. And so, of course, we feel like they probably really understand our sensibilities and where we come from and, the story that we're trying to tell. And we're hoping that this is going to be a little bit of a springboard for, many more to come. And our first official proper audience, we're really excited about how audiences will react and what they think about it and getting feedback. And we're really hoping that they will like it. So we're over the moon. And the fact that we've also, been nominated as the best Celtic short with a few other hopefuls as well, who have done a marvelous job. We just can't believe it. So, yeah, we're very excited.
Fingers crossed for you in that category. As you said, there is that Celtic connection, so it seems really lovely that you're bringing that Cornish story to Wales. How significant is this moment for the film and for its future, do you think?
The idea is to basically try and get the film in as many festivals throughout the UK and hopefully in Europe as well for the rest of the year. And then moving forward after that, if people are liking it and we're quite successful, we would like to also start distributing it in like digital platforms, or maybe sort of put it on some cinemas in different parts of the world if we can. And then also I think we want to sort of interlace that with some, educational purpose programs. I know that Screen Cornwall are very keen on, maybe sort of putting it in schools. So we're very excited about the hopefully long life of the film. But of course, this festival and being a BIFA and BAFTA qualifying festival, we feel like it's going to bring quite a lot of credibility to, to the quality of our film. And we're hoping that, will be the perfect, again, springboard for what's to come.
The last time we spoke, you were in the process of casting the film, so a little while ago now. From then to now, how has that process been bringing this story to life?
I'm not going to deny it. It was really stressful and very busy, quite hectic. But we managed to, make it work. We had a lot of ups and downs, loads of good luck and then bad luck, and with weather and so on. So it was a bit of a roller coaster. But again, all projects are a little bit like this, no project is ever going to be perfect and go super swiftly. So, but we were super lucky with our casting. Our three main actors are amazing. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. We've got Victoria Yates and Harry Heppel and Calvin Dean, and they were incredible at learning the lines in Cornish because they don't speak the language. And Cornwall Council and the Language Office were amazing at helping us out and, with voice notes and making sure that we got things right. We were blown away as well by the support of the community in general. Everybody was really open. Had their open arms, to us when we came to shoot. We had people coming in to just help out in kind, and they just wanted to support. And so we were really impressed by the kindness and the generosity of everyone involved. I think we had about 500 people in total working on this short film, in one way or another, sort of providing support. That's testament to the community, wanting to sort of be part of it and being part of the story and supporting us. But also it's interesting that that's about the same amount of people that are advanced speakers of the language in all Cornwall, which is not a lot. So, hence why we felt even more passionate about, helping revive the language, through our film. I think we've created the best version of the story and the film that we could possibly have. So we're very proud of it.
As you said, this film is in the Cornish language, and the Cornish community really embraced the team and the story and the film. Was it really important for you to authentically represent Cornwall, both on screen and behind the scenes as well?
It's not only about, us wanting to represent Cornwall in the way that it is, but also we wanted to be true to the story. And the story itself, it's a very Cornish story. Two fishermen who are trying to make the best out of life, they're trying to survive. They're, a bit naughty because they're obviously thieves. But, it is a bit of a thriller drama sort of story. But, at the end of the day, it's not so much about them being thieves, but it's more about friendship and trust and resilience, how resilient you have to be. The Cornish people and community are very resilient, And then also, the story talks about the individual idea of home, or what we call home, right? And so, we fell in love with that story because it's it sort of represents very much what Cornwall is about, but also it talks about the cultural and language identities. So it is a very Cornish story from scratch anyway. So it wasn't too difficult to represent it as Cornish, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, I think Indra was very excited about the idea of making it the Cornish sentiment a bit kind of nostalgic as opposed to overly nationalistic, to sort of enhance the idea of different cultures and different people living within the same sort of island, that we are, and and how beautiful that is, that we've got this sort of like diversity and variety.
As you mentioned, there's some really beautiful and unifying themes in the story. As you said, today is the first chance for people to see this for the first time. So are there any hopes that you have in terms of what the audience will take away from this film?
I just want for people to really come out feeling like they found something of themselves in it. But also, I think it would be very interesting for me to see people come out of it and have that thought linger, in their brains and kind of go, oh, wow, that was interesting, and then, whenever they go through the story in their heads again, to pick up on little things that may have happened throughout the film, and then go, oh, yeah, but then that's what he said. But then she said something else. So what did that mean? Oh, I think that means, so because our story is there's quite a lot of themes. The conversation is quite intense between these two thieves when they're sort of hiding while they're waiting for the escape boat. And so there's quite a lot to process on each scene and for each dialogue. So it's basically a lot has been condensed into 20 minutes. But that was also the idea. The idea is that, life is not a simplistic thing. There's so many thoughts and so many emotions that you go through at one given time, and it could happen within a minute, right? So that's what I'm hoping, particularly myself, that it will make people think and ponder and then go, okay, so why was that? And why did I like it? Or why did I not like it? Or I did not understand this bit, but then, I understand it now. That's what I would love for people to feel.
NEWSWAVE.
Okay, that's all we've got time for on this week's edition of NEWSWAVE. A big Chaos Radio thank you to Marc from the Brend Collection, to Cathy Davies and her excellent art school, to everyone involved with the Cornwall Hospitality Collective and their collective cafes, to Tamsin Chapman-Gunner of Gunners Kids CIC, and to Leanne Escorza, who's behind Ladron. And as ever, a final thank you to you for listening and helping support local journalism to thrive. To catch up on all our coverage, as well as to check out our extensive back catalogue of interviews and shows, head on over to chaos.radio. And remember, if you have a local news story that you'd like to share with us, email news@chaos.radio or search Chaos Radio UK across socials. NEWSWAVE has been produced and presented by me, Tom Howe, and is a Chaos Radio production for the Cornwall Community Media Network.
NEWSWAVE.
Chaos.radio. Music, podcasts, entertainment.